What's up, dudes? Right here. Man, it's been a hell of a week. It's been a hell of a week. We saw the ultimate supervillain be born when that guy was caught jerking his meat at that corn concert. You can't tell me looking at that face that that man isn't going to try to be a supervillain, the serial jerker or some shit. And then Roger Waters is a piece of shit. Oh, spoiler alert. Big news there, right? I was going to talk about Danny Filth and kind of talk shit about him, but I feel like that's too much negativity for the week. So that might be a video for next week. Today's Friday, so let's have some fun. Um, I dug through some of my old videos. I'm talking like 18 years old videos of when I first started posting music and playing guitar in front of the camera. And I found one, probably my big claim to fame here, actually. That's when I did the Halo theme song on guitar. I remember because Halo 2 was coming out and I was hella pumped. And so I decided, fuck it, I might as well learn how to play this bad boy and do my own little spin on it. 18 years later, we are at 479,000 views. Needless to say, that's probably the most, not probably, needless to say, that is my most viewed video of all time with nothing even coming close. Not even close to it. Now, I'm sure some of you are asking, oh, well, Ray, almost 500,000 views. Why didn't you try to monetize that? Well, back in the day, there wasn't YouTube monetization. It was just a platform for weirdos to express themselves. And that's exactly what I did. But what I want to do today is I want to react to it. I want to see if I remember how I was correctly. Was I good enough? Was I terrible enough? I know looking at the hair, I was definitely cuter. But I also want to read some of the comments, see what people were saying back then, and let's see if I can't do. Let's see if I can't recreate some of that magic here. So, anyways, let's check this video out. All right, so here we go. Now, I don't know if you could tell, but back then, I don't even think a lot of you people are old enough to understand this. But back then, you didn't have webcams. Yeah, I had a fucking digital camera with an SD card that I had to it was a tedious process. This must have been like a, I don't know, a few hundred megabytes maybe, but it took hours to upload. Oh god. So the video is obviously not going to be top quality. It's 18 years old, right? Who's expecting what? Anyways, let's get into this. This is me doing the Halo theme song on guitar. Let me ask you guys something. All you guitar nuts out there, stickers on a guitar? What do you think? Right? I I don't mind. You know, as long as it adds to the aesthetic. I think the silver really made these stickers, but I don't give a fuck, bro. It's a guitar. It's meant to be played, right? You're not looking at a piece of art. You want to sit there and stare at something, buy a painting. Play a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? All right, people. Look at that hair. Look at this. Look at what I got now, bro. And look at that. Sweet Jesus. Anyways. One more thing before we get into this. I do want to talk about the guitar a little bit. Now, there are some things a lot of you are going to notice if you play guitar. The big thing is it's upside down. Yeah. I found this guitar at a pawn shop for about like $100. As a matter of fact, most of my guitars aren't even. I haven't paid more than maybe 400 dollars, because of the left-handed curse. It's really hard to find a really good left-handed guitar without paying thousands of dollars, and I'm not gonna pay thousands of dollars to make music. I mean, like if it, I don't know, I never did, right? Even the guitars I have up here, this one was 250, this one was like 200, right? I never really felt the need for PRSs or ESPs, or I got an ESP, but like any of the high end top model guitars, right? I've always been just a fan of just playing whatever, right? I feel like any good artist can draw you a magnificent picture with a piece of chalk, with a piece of coal, right? So same concept here. This is also a Kramer guitar. Um, I've never seen a Kramer out in the wild other than this one, and I'm really sad that I gave this away because I really missed it. The pickups were exactly what I needed. They were nice and spicy. You can get a lot of gain out of this shit. I really like the tone of this guitar. And honestly, if anybody has a Kramer, specifically Kramer Explorer with the rail pickups, hit me up. Hit me up. I'm gonna roast myself here. Look at that fucking. What was I doing? What was I doing? What was this? This is way before Pirates of the Caribbean. So like I wasn't trying to be Johnny Depp or anything like that, right? Like I don't know, bro. I don't know. I remember spending hours on that hair. Like my hair is not naturally straight. As a matter of fact, it's the most curly shit you'll ever see in your life, and so much product and time was spent on this. Kind of glad I don't have to do it now. Woo! I'll talk after this.
Hey there.
That fucking dive bomb. That fucking dive bomb. Let's refresh that. Oh my god. Where are these hair flips? Is this it? No. I think this is it. Jesus Christ. I swear that looks like a wig, bro. I swear that does. But like honestly, I grew it out, man. Um I don't know why I grew it out. I think back in the day I was really into corn and I wore twisties like head in my hair a lot of the times. And I think this is one of the few times I kind of just let it do its thing with the tremendous amount of chemicals and shit in it. Damn. Oh, that brings back memories. Oh, sweet Jesus. I remember having to drill a hole in the back of this guitar so it would sit right. A lot of the time with that guitar, it would tilt because the weight was off. And so, in order to get a strap in a situation where I could hold it right, I had to drill, I don't know, like 2 or 3 holes in the back, just experimenting, trying to make that work. I know, like I said, I found this bitch at a pawn shop for $100. So let's look, Kramer guitar, Kramer Explorer. Let's see where we're at here. There it is. It's called a Kramer Imperial FR404S. Okay, let's check this out here. I don't know if anybody has any more information on that guitar. I would love to know about it. Anyways, I'm getting out of pocket here. All right. So next up, I kind of want to look at these comments. I've read a few of them. Some of them made me laugh from a long time ago. I'm gonna see if I can find those. But I haven't really checked on this. I kind of just abandoned it and just kind of done my own thing for a minute. So let's check out these comments. So we'll sort by top comments. Let's see. Let's read some top comments. These are me 15 years ago replying to people. Read the weed. Back when YouTube used to be just like a fucking Wild West, super fun place to just be around, man. You could really just do and say whatever you wanted, man. I kind of miss that, dude. I miss the days of just finding weird shit on YouTube and just like, I don't know, man. It was crazy back then when this first came out, when YouTube first was a thing. Being able to see what other people were doing all across the world that wasn't like scripted on television or anything like that, that was a completely new concept. That was, I can't understate how, I can't overstate how impactful that was. Fucking crazy. Anyways, this guy rockin' KPS 7 years ago. This was the video that made me wanted to start playing electric guitar. Man, thank you. He's laughing. Looking back after all these years is still goddamn nostalgic. Bro, that's a love. Man, I hope you're still playing guitar. I can't into words. Nah, I don't want to be too cheesy, right? Let's be cool. Let's not be a bleeding heart here. Let's be cool. Add that fucking apostrophe first. I bet you probably shred capital. Apply to that. This guy was technically the first YouTubed I've ever watched. That's crazy. That was 6 years ago? How old is this kid? 6 years ago? You've been what? Come on, guy. That's not even out of the 2000s yet. I guess none of this is out of the 2000s, but that's crazy. You know, they say your first is always the most impactful. Me and my cousin Dylan would watch this video every time we would be on YouTube when we were Halo fanatic kids. Anybody else watching in 2020? Man, Halo, I gotta say, that game was also defining in my life. I remember spending an entire summer hooking up like 4 different Xboxes in between our apartment, and having like all the apartment kids come over and do a link system. And we played this one mode on Halo 2 called Predator, which was Juggernaut, but one of us was invisible, had an overshield, but could only use swords and melee weapons. And we would play on that flood area where everything was dark. Gold shit. Gold shit. Oh my God. Let's see here. Man, I hope. Nah. Don't know about 2020. But I'm still watching 2025, baby. watched this when I was 7 and now I'm 21. Where did the time go? Rock on forever. Bro, I am. I will. I ain't gonna stop. I can't stop. I won't stop. Already hearted that. Damn, 2019. I watched this over 10 years ago. Life. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, Tate Jeffrey. 5 stars, man. That was awesome. Halo's one of the greatest shooters made today. I still dust off the Xbox from time to time for some sweet teabag action. Y'all remember teabagging in fucking Halo? Oh, that was leaving your mark. I remember this one. Who's watching in 2017? Wonder where this guy is now. This guy. I heard this guy let all this internet fame get to his head and got addicted to sniffing permanent markers. Last I heard, he blew his entire internet fortune on starting a permanent marker manufacturing plant, but it tanked when he could no longer control his addiction. Moral of the story, folks, don't get high in your own supply. Terrible. Terrible fate befall that man. 123 OP dude said, between 126 and 2 minutes is my favorite part in all versions of this song. I like it especially because he had his own little twist. Let's see what he's talking about. 126 to 2 minutes. This seems to be the most watched part, actually. You know, that's my favorite part too, actually. That was really my favorite part. I really enjoyed that. That was also my favorite part. A little behind the scenes here. That bitch took days to figure out how to play. They really did. I remember spending a lot of time on that part. That was very confusing for my fingers. And I think learning that part did a really tremendous job at like helping me be better at guitaring. Oh my god. This is a lot of love. This is a lot of love. That was the most amazing version of the Halo theme song I've ever heard. Holy shit, man, you're awesome. Bro, y'all gonna make me cry. Stop. Y'all stop. Y'all stop. This is I gotta find somebody talking shit. I know there are people talking shit. I remember reading some shitty comments. So let's go to newest first, and let's just go all the way. Oh, what's this? Digger immer knock so velen jaren ganz out. Oh, what does this mean? Digger still gets goosebumps after so many years. You ain't wrong. Reading comments like that gives me goosebumps. Oh, I must have read that before. That's 4 years ago. All right, let's go back. Let's go all the way down. I know I can find some shit talking. I know. Butchered the song. You had a metal taste to it, which I didn't like, but you played it very well, I have to say. Wait. 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 So did I butcher it? Or was do a good job? Come on, guy. Either way. Thanks for leaving a comment. It's so fun going back and reading these. Mr. Swiss Army. This is Keep practicing. You'll get better, you tone deaf fuck. Bro, this dude wrote in all caps. Oh, yeah, and get a haircut, hippie. You flip your hair more than Paris Hilton. You ain't wrong, dude. You ain't wrong. Oh, my, I'm going to heart that. Oh, OMG. Looking back at this 18 years ago, 18 years later, got a huge laugh at me. Probably, unfortunately, to your dismay, I am probably still tone deaf. However, I now have much less hair and usually wear a hat. So hopefully you'll be able to you'll read this and feel like you feel better. That's awesome. Hey, this guy did it again. You're tone deaf. I bet you are one of the many who bought William Hung's She Bang records. Man, you really wanted to make sure I understood how tone deaf I am. I can appreciate the persistence. Also, I feel like if you or I were making William Hung money, neither of us mind would have minded being tone deaf. Hope you're doing well. Anyways, I could spend forever reading these comments. I might do that on the Patreon. I might actually make a long-term like a stream or something of me reacting to these comments and just hanging out. But this has been awesome. This has been amazing. I've been recording this one segment for almost an hour now, and I still got something really special I want to show you guys because this video meant and means a lot to me. Not just because of what I did, but because of the interaction I've gotten and all the people that have really shown the support for me. And I can tell you right now, with hindsight, I wish I would have interacted more and shown more appreciation. But that was then. This is now. I feel like I can make up for it, and I will make up for it. I'm gonna try at least because I've decided to try to redo this little diddly here. Why not, right? Why not go back to the classics and try to recapture some of that nostalgia. Now this time though, I am adding a little bit more to it, right? There's obviously 18-year difference between then and now. If I just did the same thing, I feel like that wouldn't do it justice. So, um, I spent some time recording stuff. I'm still not good at editing, so the edit sucks. But this is a little freestyle I did for this. And this, honestly, this video that I'm going to show you guys is for all of these comments. This video is for the King Geyser. This video is for Minnesota Squad. This video is for that guy that said I was tone deaf. That chick that said I was hot. This is for Brother Truly, the Black Star, Zetsobu Lobu. Every single one of you. Everybody that left a comment on this video, on this, what you're about to see is all for you guys. I'm going to create a separate video for it, and I'm going to make a video on how to play it as well. Just for everybody that wants to learn how to do it. You guys have brought a huge smile to my face, even 18 years from now. or 18 years ago, all the way up until now. I hope you guys, whoever is seeing this from there, hope you guys are doing great, man. Hope you guys are doing awesome. And this one's for you guys.